What's up guys, and we're back travelling the streets of Novigrad. On our way up to speak to the final lady of this quest line, Rosa var Atra. There's actually an inn here that we haven't been into yet.
Non-human, are you? Look for your kind behind the walls.
Wonder where we found ourselves at. Oh, this is the Nowhere Inn. This is the inn we're due to meet Lambert at once we've got the information over at Skellige. Actually have a gander inside here to maybe speak to the innkeep. This is the lady in charge here.
You're an artist? A sword swallower?
No, a witcher.
Never heard of that.
Really? Never heard of a witcher? The hell is wrong with you?
What did the cook make today?
Let's have a see. Oh, the cook has got some mandrake cordial and more importantly some cherry cordial. So I've gone and sold a few of my bits between episodes. Armour piece which I've got which weighs an absolute shit ton I couldn't get rid of because it was way too expensive to sell, so I'll need to sell that to somebody else in Novigrad, I think. I was hoping this lass would have had some Gwent cards to sell, but apparently not.
Farewell.
Okay, back to the task at hand, talking to Rosa var Atra.
Why don't you all just...
No, she's not that far away from where we've stabled Roach. I'll actually go on foot from here, it's easier to traverse the stairs. Well, this is the last woman that we have to talk to, who may know some information about where Dandelion is. Not had much luck thus far. Hopefully this source provides better results for us.
I feel quite faint today.
And whosoever contributes towards the cause, his sins shall be forgiven. Only
Driving and slipping me or something.
this flame.
Round out the others back home.
Remember, sounds like you might have been an acrobat.
Maybe so. Both misses are fond of freaks.
With 1,000 believers.
Interesting.
Gratis, I can offer you this episode.
Okay, find a way into the var Atra villa. These guards were just chatting and giving us a little bit of info.
It's true what they say. Everybody is a lazy.
Can I get through here?
What do you want?
Wrong house, I'm aware. I'm the new cook. No, because if we recall when we spoke to Zoltan, he did tell us something about a swordplay instructor. So maybe we can bluff our way past?
Rosa var Atra's expecting me. Supposed to give her lessons in swordplay.
Come with me. Miss Rosa awaits.
Hey, it worked. Sweet.
I hope you realise what you've got yourself into.
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword.
Nice to know.
Grab a wooden one, and take care not to hurt the little miss. You'll earn the ambassador's ire. Follow me.
Okay, where are we going? Going down here, it seems.
You're my new instructor. Well, well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
No words, Geralt, just straight into it. The sword instructor for the day, not what I envisioned. Oh, it's actually... There we are, I got a couple of hits on her. Come on, Rosa.
Stop! Fight!
What? Lost your nerve?
It's actually quite tough.
Why
I might have to
bother
resort
with
to
two
that.
swords when you can barely handle one?
Whoa. I found this cheeky try to give me. She's going for the heavy hitters.
Come on, come closer.
I'll have to resort to that counter-attack.
Stop flaunting and fight!
I'm kind of whipping your ass, love, so...
Damn it! Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Oh god, Geralt's blown his cover. I'm a witcher here on business, guards let me know. I think the second one might piss her off a bit more.
I'm a witcher. I'm looking for...
A witcher? That's splendid. I always wanted to meet a witcher. This is so exciting.
What's exciting? Very, yeah.
Incredibly. But we ought to discuss that another time. Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Oh, cheap. They always go for cheap shots. No one ever plays fair in the world of The Witcher.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Girl, I'm whipping your ass. Well, I was. There we go. She's had a couple of hits on her now, what's the... Just watch myself, I can't be too laid back.
Stop flaunting and fight!
Yeah, I think the counter-attack tactic is the best one here. Oh god.
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one? Drat it! You're quick!
Can't afford to get hit again, really. She might whoop my ass. Okay, one more combo should have her.
Stop flaunting and fight! Damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Gladly, sorry. Go on then.
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Twins. Fantastic. Dandelion makes you too.
Wait a minute. Mean to say Dandelion mixed you two up?
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Easy, lady.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Okay, let's dig a bit deeper.
Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna, what? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Changing subjects. Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or Trebaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent. Makes sense. He referred to her as Calonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Calonetta. Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
God. Sorry, changed my mind. Nope, we committed to it.
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Edna ain't impressed. In for Nilfgaard, there is some mighty fine armour. Not sure about the headpiece though. Fencing lessons. Consult with Zoltan. Need to get some healing on the go.
KSM?
I just got nothing to say. I knew there'd be something hidden down here. Redanian herbal as well. Sweet. You keep on practicing, Rosa. Sure, Geralt will give you a few pointers. Okay, the butler shouldn't give a shit if I start stealing. I think I'll get another chance. Well, maybe one more chance if I'm coming back here to teach her a few more tricks, but other than that, I should probably take what I find. Diplomatic report. To His Imperial Majesty Emir var Emrys, Emperor of Nilfgaard, since the time of my last report, remarking swift progress has been made and sentiment in the city has crystallised. If anyone previously believed the ongoing war did not concern the Free City, not a single resident now doubts the further course of the conflict will be determined within its walls. Our agents have confirmed earlier reports contending that King Radovid has important plans for Novigrad, and lately we have observed an increase of his agents' activities as well as the spread of his propaganda. His prime objective seems to be the seizure of the wealth held by the Church of the Eternal Fire. Yet though Hierarch Hemelfart officially rules the city, true power is in the hands of the local crime lords. I recommend the Emperor's agents focus further activity in that direction. Henry var Atra, by decree of His Imperial Majesty, Ambassador of the Emperor of Nilfgaard in the Free City of Novigrad. Okay, so at least we know that the part of the Van Atra family is in cahoots with Nilfgaard. I mean, it was pretty obvious anyway with all of this armour being around here. Okay, can't go that way.
My child's fallen ill. Another sleepless night.
A book on him here. That's a load of shite. Another one, She Who Knows. I've already read that multiple times, we don't need to read it again. Now then. Sneak upstairs. I thought that was a guard for a second, it's just a suit of armour. Right, and there we go, this is better. Raspberry juice and a mug in a chest. Lovely. Bit better. So many fucking mugs around here. Give something decent. Ladle. At least the silver will sell alright. Is that a biography on Emir? No, we've got everything. Okay, we're done looting this little estate. So we've just got to go and consult with Zoltan again. We do have a notice board in this area, which we haven't read yet. There's so many conversations going on, it's hard to try and keep track. Bulk post delivery, okay, that's not really that important. Oh, wanted, Triss Merigold. Eyewitness testimony has confirmed that Triss Merigold of Maribor, known as the 14th of the Hill, a member of the infamous Lodge of Sorceresses, is currently in residence in our fair city. Anyone in possession of information about her place of hiding, plans or accomplices is obligated by law, both divine and human, to report to the nearest outpost of the Temple Guard at once, and whoever helps the witch by giving her food or shelter shall burn alongside her. I guess you'll be trying to burn me then, Temple Guard. We'll see about that. Important, do not fondle the merchandise. Fondled goods must be purchased by the fondler. City Council of the Free City of Novigrad. Okay, that's a bit bizarre. Notice of the death of Joachim Schwan. Honourable towns dwellers, I deeply regret to inform you about the untimely death of Joachim Schwan, a tax collector who had served our fair city for many years. The ceremonial cremation of his remains will take place at the end of the current month. P.S. Since Joachim Schwan's family did not wish an address to be made known, please address all condolences to City Hall. P.P.S. Please refrain from sending letters of derogatory nature. Quick coin in a pinch, need coin parcels, back to non-humans in Vivaldi Bank Saver. Okay. Annual rate 7,000%, Jesus. We'll buy books. Oh, okay, this person might take our books off us, so we'll purchase books. Content not important as long as they're bound in attractive leather and have titles written in a gold plate. I wish to display them in my salon in a bid to lend my domicile gravity and sophistication. Helmut Altberg, cotton merchant. I think I've read that before actually, it rings a bit of a bell.
Greta's got the imagination of a drunk.
My dad doesn't like elves
She
very
never
much.
lies about
You
serious
know.
matters.
Okay then. What else can we do on the way back to Zoltan? We got high stakes and Gwent players. That's in the Passiflora. Fairly certain. There's nothing actually in the immediate vicinity. Oh, okay. We've got playing Olivia, whatever it is. So that's another innkeep. We'll do a couple of games of Gwent actually. Couldn't harm us. So we've been into this merchant before, if I recall correctly.
Need a gift for my wife.
Understood. Does the gentleman have anything specific in mind?
Oh, I don't know. Give me whatever's most expensive.
Oh, special occasion on its way? Anniversary, perhaps?
That's the rub. It already came yesterday, and I forgot.
Yeah, best not say anything to that innkeep. Right.
Welcome back. So, interested in some of Aramas's mementos after all? They're still for sale.
I mean, still for sale. I bought them all off you.
Show me what you have.
Just double check I did buy them all. What the fuck? I'm sure I bought them all. Has he got more stock? He must do, because I bought his clearing potion as well. Yes, there we go. So we've already read that. Interesting. So, old wine from Toussaint. Apparently I did not buy that. Boy, now then. Okay, let's do this. Care to play cards? No, you'll have to wait. Got another customer, but more important matters are at hand.
To matters less controversial, wouldn't mind playing a few rounds of Gwent.
Now then, I did promise. It's time for us to try out Nilfgaard. I've already got my deck made and ready, so let's see how it goes. I've never did not look at my hero. Torrential, yeah, I think Torrential Rain is going to be better. Quite a few MEA cards. I like the cancel hero ability, to be honest with you. Bonus leader card cancels my ability. Had to say it, didn't I? Just jinxed myself. Okay, right. Whoa, okay. So you can see already Nilfgaard rely heavily on these big hitters. And we've got a 10 revive. Have we got any other revives? 1. Got Commander Horn and a few not so great ones. Right, let's get rid of Cynthia. Very good. Guess we're getting rid of this Emperor Brigade Guard. Nice. Okay, let's hope our first game as Nilfgaard is successful. I wouldn't bet on it. I don't have any spy cards, which I'm a bit gutted about, but what can you do? Now then, I should probably go all guns blazing, because I've got a lot of revive cards. I've got 3 revive cards, so even if I play all 3 of these, they will come back to me. Lethal. At least I'm sort of making him burn a couple of them, because he can't revive Lethal. That is so easy to Scorch. It's crazy. I'm going to assume that he doesn't have a Scorch, because if I was him, I would have Scorched the hell out of that. And now it's all about what do I have for a boost. Now, ideally, I'd like to use my Commander Horn on this row and revive them both. So, I'm going to go with the Young Emissary. Interesting. Very tempted to pass. I'm going to. So he's going to have to play another card. You... Ah. Okay. What the... What? What's happening? Oh, I just got absolutely wrecked. Oh, I didn't have a single spy and he had 3. That hurt. Here comes his 10 back. Jesus Christ. I did not pull a good hand, it seems. I need to match him. I need to. I've got no other choice. That's my only hope to get 20 back. I need to literally... Oh. Actually... Right. I'm gonna go with... Yeah. Yeah, come on, now give me the fucking cards. That was not a good pull. At all. Fucking hellfire. God damn it. Now what do I do? I'm torn. And I don't have Scorch. I've still got 3 revives, because I've pulled another one, which is handy. And I've got the card advantage. Don't know what to do. Right, we want another revive. Do we go for a 10 strength or another one of these? The problem is, if we do that, we're giving him too much power. So I think we're going to have to go with an infantry archer. Oh my god, he's going to revive another 10. Or 6, okay, but that's 12. But we're making him burn his cards. Right, I just want to see what he does if I play this. Right, so we need 23 points to catch this guy. Try to think of the quickest way to get that. So if I play this guy, I get no points, but I can revive a 10 and then buff the roll, which gives me, I'll be sure I'd need to play this guy as well, but I think that's the best way of doing it. I don't like having to use my... I'm gonna have to. Yeah, now if we buff this row... Right. I'll leave it at that. 4 each, so even Steven going into the last round. Okay. I think I'm going to start with the 3. Okay. Fine by me. As long as you don't have another fucking Commander Horn, I will be displeased to say the least if you do. Yeah. Yeah. Down to Yennefer. And I'm gonna have to see, I could do that, but no, it's gonna have to be. See, if I brought that, would that give me another revive? I don't know, but it's no strength anyway. See, it'd be worth it if we could get him and not get a revive, but we'll go just with the archer. Come on, come on. If he has a Scorch, he wins. Oh, no he doesn't. Oh my god. Victory is Nilfgaard.
Need a gift for my wife.
Understood. Does the
Oh my god, that was so close. Received a grave hack as the reward. Let's have a look. It's obviously going to be a monster deck, isn't it? Yeah, 5 strength. Still far and away from getting a playable monster deck. That was very, very tight. I thought he was going to have me then. I was thinking that he had the more... didn't have a 10 on this side, so it would have took me below him, but of course he had one of them, so he was scorching himself at the same time. Triss lives there, by the way. We've got to see her very soon. I think it's there anyway.
It's a waste of words.
So, Olivier was near the... Oh, alright then. Horson's henchman.
What? Lost your nerve?
don't do that again. In the middle of chatting, you know, on our way to the main square, just to rudely be interrupted like that. Take that hand sandwich up.
Michaela's dead.
I'm okay, thank you. Thank you for asking. At least someone in this city gives a shit about me, aside from the people who we already know. Okay, I think this is the main square. Hopefully they're not burning any non-humans right now. Ooh, painting. Okay, so there's an innkeep supposedly around here. Ah, I just captured him, I did. Let's double check. Yes. Got another quest. So don't talk to Kurt Desart because we're not doing that contract quest yet. The Kingfisher. This is the main inn of Novigrad. Slap down right in the centre. This is the guy.
Not a headache again.
Kingfisher. Where do you get the name?
Master Dandelion's poetry. The kingfisher preened, then fell in the latrine. Know it?
Yeah. Also know the one about Princess Annie, who drowned in the River Fanny.
Yes. At any rate, the Kingfisher welcomes poetry lovers with open arms. Some of the brightest stars in the literary firmament perform here.
What are you serving today?
Yeah, let's have a look what he's got first. Some awesome. Looks like he's selling Squirtle cards. Oh, 5 strength, it seems. Oh, medic. It's a good one. Redonian herbal. I hate having a Viola. It's the only way to get white gold. It's the only way.
Looking for a partner. Wouldn't mind a round of Gwent.
Then you're in the right place, friend. If you'll play now, I'll stake the unique card from my collection.
Sure, let's play.
Now, we know this guy's going to be tough because he's one of the main quest givers. So, do we keep going with Nilfgaard? I think we do. I say we've been playing Northern Realms, although I feel much more confident with Northern Realms. I think we did get a little unlucky with our draw here with no spies, decoy, or a scorch. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of a better one this time. I don't think I've got any other cards that I can. Sorry, Zolan. Bring you in there. Have I got any? No, wait a minute. I've got 4 in here. I know I do. See you later, Cynthia. Bring back Zolan. Yeah, there we go. Much better. I say I won Vesemir off Vivaldi, didn't I? Christ. Didn't get any decoys or scorches, so what does it give me? 2 decoys and a scorch straight off the bat, and a spy. 2 spies! Christ, it's giving me everything, but it's not giving me far and any near any 10s or revive cards, which is a bit gutting. I sort of want to keep both decoys, I really do. I want to keep the clear weather. The only ones I can really risk getting rid of are... Right, you. Right, we're gonna stay. We're gonna hold that. Because we've got so much utility, absolutely sod all strength, but I'm just hoping for decent pulls from this. We're against a monster deck, so... Right, there's a 10 revive, awesome. Shit. Actually no, do that, because I can do back. Okay, Eredin. Oh, it bloody does that when you first try and do it. Double the strength of all of your close combat units. Okay, so it's essentially Commander Horn for the melee row. Okay, again. What do we get this time? We got him, didn't we? Oh, and we got him, I think. Yeah, a couple more. That's handy. Arrakis. Now then, watch that number, see if it drops. Okay, it didn't. That means that all these he just pulled were from his deck and not from his hand, because if you've got 2 of them, they'll take it from your hand as well, which is a bit of a detriment, but it depends on your draw. monsters, the monster deck relies heavily on that. Yes! Yennefer, and I think the Bard we pulled then. Ugh. Botchling. He's kind of beating me, but oh my god, if we didn't play that, I could have scorched that whole row. I don't think I need to, as of yet. I'm just gonna bait him to do something. Have I really got that card in my fucking deck? What the hell? A 3? I bring Cynthia back in for Putzkammer. Learned it. I don't even want to read you. How to scrub potatoes. Fucking useless. You got a sword and you're in the range draw. You fucking moron. I want him to just sort of burn his cards, really. Yes. Do you know what, Eridan? You keep it. So with monsters, they're going to have a chance to... Hold on. Right, Torrential Rain. Double checking, I was thinking for a second it might have been Binding Frost. He'll get to keep... So again, yeah, with monsters, he'll get to keep one of his cards on deck for next round. It was that, okay. Could have been better for me, but could have been worse. An immediate pass. I'll take Vesemir to take the round, thanks. This final round's going to be a big one. Okay then, how shall we do this? It's going to be a long round. Don't want to play any big numbers because I don't want to scorch myself. Kind of don't have a choice a little bit. To play Menor Cohort, and of course when a scorch doesn't destroy gold cards, we can bring back Vesemir. Leshen, oh, I hope that's what we're going to win. That would certainly strengthen our monster deck. Just be glad we haven't run into one of them yet, believe me, they are freaky as hell. Christ, this is terrible. We're reviving 3s in an Nilfgaard deck because we didn't get any 10s. You do that. You do that. Just may as well go with Yennefer. It's actually coming a little bit handy now because I'm using him in the range draw, not melee, since it's been frosted. That's gonna get... I know what's gonna happen to that. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's a good time. I'm playing that elemental, that'll really hurt him. Grey Hag. Card we won off the merchant back in the square. I'm literally just playing a 0 there, that was absolutely abysmal. Actually, no, I can bait him. I can bait a Scorch. Because he's going to Scorch that 10 probably, maybe. No. Fine, I'll just waste the card. Actually, apparently I can, because it's already in use, right, okay. Of course it makes more sense to buff this row. I think 6, 5, no. I'm actually beating him without using this, but why not? Victory is ours. Again.
You win. Card's yours.
Straight to the point. Nilfgaard reigns supreme.
Last night. head feels like it's
Gotta be
full
the
of
last one.
sauerkraut.
Tribor Egebrak. Certainly not what I was expecting.
God's word is.
Quest is actually completed. So what on earth was that then? Oh, my Nilfgaard deck's getting better. Okay, let's bring him in. Where the hell is that number 3? Can't believe I missed him. Chris, there's more 3s in this deck. Get out of here. There we are. I'll have to keep it at that, I guess. Cynthia, I'm sorry. You can come back in. Balanced ranged a little bit more.
Bucks, someone says, from the lands already taken away.
Books and... Oh! This must be the book guy that we read about for Notice.
Can't be. White hair, yellow eyes, slashed face. Just like he said.
Just like he said?
Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, the Butcher of Blaviken.
Geralt of Rivia's enough. What is it?
A man came to me a few years past, paid me to keep a book for you, said you'd come for it one day.
Who was he?
He didn't introduce himself, but the book has a red cover, that I remember. I'm sure I've not sold it.
All right, see if I can find it.
And perhaps glance at the others while you're at it.
Glad to look at the others, just interested in the one. Okay, no.
Be glad to look over what you got.
Right, that means he should buy some of our books, hopefully. Ones that we don't need anyway. He's actually got quite a few. The World Underground, Northern Realms Volume 1, that's quite expensive. Basilisks and Cockatrices, that'll give us some information. Insectoids will. Golem, okay, now that's expensive. The Wild Hunt, I might buy that just for what it is. Necromonicon. I kind of need all these books a bit, don't I? It doesn't look like I can sell him bits either. And he actually is buying some of my shite off me though, which is a bit weird, but fair. Have some mugs. Yeah, just take that. Maybe a little later. Message from an old friend.
Interested in books? You don't look the scholar, but well, we've ones with drawings as well.
Oh god, okay, that's changed drastically. What about, where's the only interested in the one? I guess I'm looking for it then?
Farewell.
Oh, is this it here? The Merry Adventures of Muriel the Lovely Harlot.
The Merry Adventures of Muriel the Lovely Harlot, adorned with humorous engravings.
Well, that's not the book I want. Christ, the books everywhere in this place.
The treatment of furuncles through cauterization, a study.
Oh.
My manifesto. Must be it. There's a letter inside.
By Jacques de Aldersberg. Now then. So let's read this. The reasons for choosing Jacques de Aldersberg as Grand Master remain a mystery. The Order of the White Rose has gone through a crisis in those times and was on the verge of collapse, so one might guess that the Brethren wished to have someone decisive as their leaders, someone with a clear vision. De Aldersberg was precisely such a man. One of his first decisions was to change the Brotherhood's name to the Order of the Flaming Rose. The most puzzling aspect, however, is that the Order and the King himself decided to trust a man who, for all intents and purposes, had appeared out of nowhere. They say he was a wanderer, an itinerant priest who moved crowds with his speeches declaiming non-humans. They say he worked miracles and showed his flock visions of a world destroyed by the White Frost. He was undoubtedly a man of great charisma, one instilled with unshakable principles which he in turn tried to instill in others. Was he truly a source, or was he indeed gifted with raw magic talent? That we will never know for certain. Now there was a letter inside here. Here we go. The letter from A. Witcher. In the ocean of possibility, some events are more likely and some less. It is not easy to fish out the first, not even when one's intellect stretches through all time and space. I left this letter for you in the hope that, despite all odds, you will come across it one day, for I must warn you. Mankind is threatened. The prophesied destruction by the White Frost is not just the babbling of some mad she-elf. Perhaps I will have the opportunity to convince you of this in person. If not, I must rely on this letter, for which you will read many years from now, at a time when you will know more than you did when we first met. Know that nothing will save the world except preparing its entire population for this catastrophe. The old tales say a child of the elder blood can stave off the danger, but I tried and failed. Ever since I have been haunted by a hideous vision, a crowned wraith, the spectre of my failure. I was the chosen one, and the chosen one failed. You and your brotherhood are our only hope. When the time of the wolf's blizzard comes, men shall perish, and only the Uberman will survive. Your duty is to give the world Uberman. Whatever you think of me, do not fail, as I have failed. Okay then. Let's just pick up what's left in this area. Now, you may not think much, some people who have not played many of the Witcher games previously to this, but what we just learnt then was astronomical. Now, in The Witcher 1, you came across a child called Alvin, and that letter from that book there heavily implies that it was Alvin that sent us that letter. Now, as we know, Ciri is also known as the child of space and time. And Alvin, who was also supposedly a child of the Elder Blood, much like Ciri is, had abilities like hers. Now, Ciri can travel to other worlds, much to we're assuming from that letter that Alvin was able to do. It's heavily hinted that Alvin travelled into the future and became essentially Jax de Aldersberg. And he was who took over the Order of the Flaming Rose, tried to instill those principles that we just read about then, and he failed in his task. And at the very end of The Witcher 1, the King of the Wild Hunt, Eredin himself, comes to you and gives you a choice. You can either surrender the child of the Elder Blood to him, or try and stop him and fight him off. All of my saves are imported, and I fought Eredin. I did not give in to his requests, because you don't fight Eredin at Prey of the Witcher 1 if you do. And I know that if you do, he takes the soul of Jax de Aldersberg, as it were. And of course, if you do that, that's again hinting that you're giving him that Jax de Aldersberg is Alvin. Because the last time you actually see Alvin, if I recall correctly, was in a small settlement, and he just vanishes in the blink of an eye. And because he doesn't have control at all of his powers, he's never able to find a way back. And that's essentially what happens to him. It's very interesting that little book that you find there. So I mean, that's all talking to that vendor, telling us to go to the bookstore. We go to the bookstore, talk to the bookkeeper, and he gives us that book. So all these breadcrumbs leading to something like that. It's incredibly easy to miss, and if you haven't followed or played the other Witcher games, you probably won't know about that. But it's just the brilliance of how these games interconnect with one another. So after we've learnt about that, it's back to consult with Zoltan.
Oh,
How are you keeping, Bobby? Miss your Zoltan, you old bird? What's this? Haven't even drunk her water? Naughty bird. Now repeat. Savoury crackers.
What is Zoltan doing? Should we come back? He's got an owl with him.
Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
Where'd you get her? She's an owl, not a parrot, to the point. Let's just humour him.
That Field Marshal Duda's replacement? The Marshal was a parrot, you do remember, right? Where'd you get her?
At auction. Some mage's estate went under the hammer. Witch hunters and the Eternal Fire joined forces, staked out his place and rounded the sorry sap up, put his things up for sale. Happened to be passing by and saw this owl. Came with her own cage.
How could you resist?
Could they? 'Tweren't possible. Ah, but dandelions what matters now. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Yeah, I think I got you first.
Tell me what you've got first.
A few bruises and a torn doublet. Otherwise, not much a note. He wasn't staying with any of them. I'd not seen hide nor hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pickup lines of dubious worth.
Let's hear him. I'm all ears.
I know how he wooed a lass studying natural history. Asked her about the habits of trolls. You know where he went with the cook from the Passiflora? The Oxenford-Novigrad Road, which has just now been repaired. He had to stare for hours as labourers crushed boulders into cobblestones, tried to pass it off as a romantic outing. I don't know about human women, but that would bore a dwarven lass to tears. He's growing old, that poet of ours.
Maybe. Or maybe he did all that for a reason.
Sounds like you found something out.
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberits, apparently, named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberits, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits and you've got the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
Oh god.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Okay, we've got our next lead. Priscilla is the lady that Dandelion is presumably seeing. We're getting much closer to finding out where Dandelion's current location is. So we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry, but it'll be true poetry this time, none of Dandelion's typical ballads. As we are to head over to the Kingfisher and speak with Priscilla.